Welcome to Morning YAP. I've never done this over here on this app. I did not send you all emails this morning because I'm just seeing if I like it. But Instagram was being an actual hater this morning. Like truly. And much like I was previous to this point, I'm really tired of putting in a ton of effort and I like talking, so I don't want people in my Instagram stories to feel some type of way. Careful, babe. Um, about it all. But IG did not let me upload 2 videos this morning, and I didn't want a chance trying to upload this because when they don't upload and it says waiting for connection, I lose the video, so I didn't want to make a whole thing and do this. So we're going to try this, and I'm going to see if I get to download it later or not or not. Okay. We're playing with a makeup sponge and squeezing all of the water out of a cup onto mommy's floor. We love that. I think that I have the wrong color, you guys. But we're going to make this color work because I don't see. Yes, I do. I do see the other one. Okay. And I was doing stories because it's a little bit easier to start and stop on a story than a live. And sometimes my child likes to climb up behind me, and that is hard to cover on a live. So we're just going to kind of hope that that does not happen and work through this together. For those of you that this is the first time, I use mostly black on makeup. So this is Juvia's Place. I don't know what exactly it is called. I don't remember how all. So that is still the wrong color. But I do like this. It's like a luminous. You can use it as a primer or you can use it as foundation. I use it as foundation, and that's still the wrong color, which is imagine that my makeup has been crazy. Okay, y'all. So these are not designed to be long. I literally do them in under 5 slides. It has kind of become like what Spill the Beans used to be, but most days y'all get it. I do have to go in 11 minutes to run the podcast, Listen for Love and Action Network. And yeah, and we'll see if I can pull this down and post it and stuff. And I don't really know how any of this works. I don't know if people can comment. I don't know any of this. So here we are working on this together. And hopefully it says end right at the top. So hopefully I can end it that way. Anyway, so today is election day. And over on TikTok, I reposted a video. I'm looking for a specific brush, y'all, that often gets taken by my child. Looks like it was taken by my child. So we're going to utilize something else, I guess. I posted a video on TikTok from last year, just reminding people that the people that were your neighbors yesterday are still your neighbors today, and they're still your neighbors tomorrow, right? So just because people vote opposite of you, they still live in your community. They're not likely to have moved today, right? Maybe they are, but my point being that you're still going to have to live with them for the most part. That was not a good brush choice. This is probably not either, but whatever. We're going to make it work. It's Piper, stop, please. It has to be that we care for one another outside of the elections. We don't just throw people away. We keep us safe, this type of thing. And I also just wanted to remind that these elections, these off-year elections, are some of the more important elections if you are a person that votes, because it is local politics, and local and state politics often dictate who gets SNAP benefits, who gets WIC, who gets benefits outside of that, who gets daycare reimbursement. like this kind of thing, right? When things like state-sanctioned murders happen, the local politicians like Jacob Fry or Frey or Free or however you say his name, um, are the ones that you're going to be depending on. I also saw on TikTok in a different video by Dr. Amber, they said that they were talking to a friend and their friend reminded them that the reality is that we want to elect officials that we still want to yell at, right? That we like the biggest difference between many candidates at this point is that some of them may actually listen to their constituents and some of them will not. And some of them will not hear you no matter what. And so you want to vote for the ones that you feel comfortable still yelling at and criticizing and asking for better. And that is what should rule your vote. Please stop, Piper. There is nothing wrong with you. Stop. Stop. Okay. So all that being said, we need to put on here, take this. Here, take it. And this is also why I do stories on IG because it's a mess in here. Anywho, so that's just to say that, like, when you're voting, consider that as well. No candidate is going to be the perfect candidate. No candidate is going to pass all of your personal litmus tests and the community's litmus tests. That's just not possible because no group of people is a monolith, and that's not the expectation, right? The expectation is not to build a cult, but rather to build movements, and movements require collective action as well as collective conversation that may or may not always be in agreement. Yeah. And so in that situation, you need someone that may not agree with you, but may listen in the event that you ask them for something, something else. No, you may not have that. Here. Here? No. There we go. So, anywho, this is where we're at, right? It is election day. There's a lot on the line in a lot of places. You know, New York is choosing between Mamdani and Cuomo. I think that's an easy choice, but you know, it will make a difference. It will change this. This is not the brush that I usually use for this. I really wish I had my other brush. So anyway, that's all I got on to say. Over on Instagram, I was talking about, we had a few stints about AI and that type of thing. Hyper, stop. So yeah, I'm going to go blend in my brush, get off of here and run the podcast and then be on my merry way. But yeah, this actually worked quite well. We'll see if I can download it and see if I keep it. I hope y'all go to vote today if that's what you choose. I hope that you don't vote if you don't choose. There is no elections in my area today. So apart from the Minneapolis one, which I can't vote in because I'm a resident of a different city. So if you need transportation, let me know and I will see you all later. Let's see. End live video.